do we think we'll ever get through a micro bree without a mini F? Is that possible? Do we think? Do we think ever likely to not have an F during one? No. Impossible. Sophie. No, I mean, I joke. We have had a couple of non-F related. It always seems after sort of like 3 or 4 minutes. Always seem to stop. Really weird. They never stop after 20 minutes. They always stop after like 5. Weird. Mm. You're very thoughtful. Are you still thinking about things? What do you reckon? Nothing to say. Sophie is not into it today. Do you have a little bit of a face on? Or are you warming up another honk? Are you warming up some more bath? Because if you are, I'd rather you didn't stand on my hand when you did it. Because you did get quite a lot of bath everywhere. And I'm not very good with bath. Never been very good with it. I can hear the boiler running. The female has the heating on. No, what they do is birds, they sort of eject like a little pellet of like husks and bits of seed, and depending on the size of the bird, like bones of the things they've eaten and that kind of thing. And yeah, and sometimes she's delicate and just sort of like hair it out on the side, and sometimes she flips her head while she's doing it and gets it absolutely everywhere, which is what's happened today. You're disgusting, aren't you? You're minging. Oh, there we are. That's it. Get some sun in the belly. Yeah. Oh. Now what are we doing? What's his bird? You can always tell when she thinks she sees something. The pineapple toy was not very well received. The pineapple toy hasn't done any business whatsoever yet. We're hopeful though, aren't we? We might tuck a little bit of food in there later on to see if that helps you integrate. Yeah. We can see we can see it, yeah, definitely. Hey bird, come see. Come see. Look bird. There's this delightful flamboyant potato right here. So yeah, this is the pineapple. It's one of those sort of toys you buy puppies. So the idea is you like squidge food into this, and then they roll it around, and the food falls out of the little gaps. So I thought that would be a fun toy. I was wrong. Toy declared useless and crap by all. It's got quite a lot of rainwater in it at the moment. It's going to end up with food in it. Probably popcorn, yeah. But the hole's actually not very big. I guess that's so like food doesn't pour out of it. But you know, she does eventually. Like quite often, she'll approve of a toy, but it takes a little while. The approval process is very rarely instant. You know, I very rarely do I put a toy down, and Sophie goes, "Yeah, that's great. That's mine now. I'm interested in that." I think part of it is it takes her a little while to make her mind up, but partly I think it's just like she doesn't want to sort of like, encourage me bringing junk into her house. Which, as the female will testify, does happen quite often. Does have to do all the paperwork, yeah. What do you think, bird? Have to do all the paperwork, have to fill out all those forms. The Britannia import forms. I know. Oh wow, hot tub's getting brave. Hot tub's all the way over there. Where cams could quite easily be. What do you reckon? Yeah. Well, magpies they are very social birds. They are very social. They form communities amongst themselves, and they are quite social birds. But Sophie's friendly to me because she's bonded with me. I am Mr. Sophie. But yeah, they can quite often have communities of 6, 8, 10 magpies living together in a community they've decided to band together. Not unheard of. But yeah, the ability to have her sit on my hand and me kiss her and that kind of thing is because she's imprinted and has chosen me. What do you think? Right? This isn't bad, in the sun, this is alright. Only the wind would calm down a bit. The wind could just settle down. That would be fine. It would be quite a nice day otherwise. I was talking to my mum last night and just absolutely had it with the weather. Just absolutely. Just like, this is alright weather. You've proved your point. No more, please. The robin's out. Yeah, I think an official settle down, a written settle down, a verbal settle down first, and a written settle down afterwards. Just, yeah. Banging and clashing in the night, innit? Yeah, it's the buckets and the sort of like the plastic pot plant pots and that kind of thing, just flying around. It's just getting a bit much now. It's getting a little bit much. Like, I know we need weather, but do we need this much weather in in 3 or 4 days? Like, there's a whole bunch of flood warnings here in the UK. Just tons of rivers just at all-time highs. It's really getting a bit much now. The Severn, the Avon, and a whole bunch of other rivers are a whole bunch of rivers are getting quite spicy and bursting their banks. And it's just, here we go. HWG. Oh, what? When you get like a suction through the house? Yeah, that's fun times. Yeah. Ours doesn't do that, but ours has the dry riser for the house. The the dirty water drain is open at the top to prevent suction and that kind of thing. And the prevailing wind blows across that pipe and basically makes like a hoot noise, like you're blowing across a bottle, if the wind blows just right. And if the wind blows just right at 3 a.m, you get like a little toot to wake you up. It's like, cheers, house. And you get a grumpy magpie yelling and all sorts of stuff. Yeah. don't quote me on it, but I think you can get like a little cap that goes over it to like to detoot your pipe. But I wouldn't know what to Google. Jaffa Gin. Smashing Jaffa orangey book. Oh. Tutorials, very good. We have Jaffas, yeah, we have Jaffas. There's a cake / biscuit here in the UK called Jaffa cakes that are they're not my scene, but I can appreciate how people like them. Oh, there we go, spot of baby wings. Bird. That's comfortable, isn't it? Tell you what, let's go next door. Yeah, I'd never got on with Jaffa cakes. As I have mentioned a few times before, I personally figure that orange and chocolate is a combination of flavours that have no business being together. I don't understand the attraction of orange and chocolate together. I like the way occasionally you just get to see a crow just like bonk. Hey, con. Yeah, that's our boy. Oh, and there's Chonky. Not Chonky, sorry, Hot Tub. No, I do absolutely chocolate orange. I don't understand how those two tastes don't work together in my mouth at all. I don't mind a Caramac. I'm no stranger to a Caramac. Haven't had one for years, but I remember them being quite nice. But, what's this? What's this? What doing here? Yeah, just chocolate and orange. Chocolate and mint is great and correct and lovely. Chocolate and orange, they're just two tastes that just don't, like citrus oil and chocolate just don't work. Never understood the attraction. I hope I never do. Hot Tub is just standing on the arm of the bench, just looking at me. Hi, Hot Tub. Keep hanging on to me, I know. I think Hot Tub does have a couple of supplemental questions. Yeah, I think he does have just before I go, can I just ask one more thing? You're doing the Columbo. I just want to ask one more thing. This is a comfortable angle. Not at all weird. We'll cut off fish by armpit and all that. Can you hear a wild sound? Mars Delight does ring a bell. Were Mars Delights like Milky Ways? Do I remember right? Were they sort of like Mars bars but without the caramel bit? Mars Delight, yeah, it does ring a bell. I mean, if you're talking about 15-year-old chocolate bars that don't exist anymore, I always miss the Fuse. I always miss the Cadbury's Fuse bar. Even though I know it was just chopped up offcuts and stuff, it was just like chopped up rejects of other bars. I used to quite like a Fuse. It was a good chocolate bar. There's tons of weird bird noises out here today. Hello, hey. Biscuit base, like a twirling sight, full of amazingness. Well, yeah. That sounds great. I'll have a go on that. Yeah, Fuses were great. They were sort of like tiny little bits of the nougat-y stuff from Double Deckers, bits of like digestive biscuit, bits of raisin, all sorts of stuff like that. In the US, Bounty has also been called Mounds. Mounds? Really? Bounty? What, like the chocolate-coated coconut? Bounty bars? Mounds? That is weird. Let's see if we can get to Chunky. Yeah, well, I mean, I can think of 2 reasons why you can't call them mounds, but... See, normally I'd go to Chunky, but I've got a magpie on my hand. Dude, would you be really upset if I shunned you for Chunky? Would you get really grumpy if I did that? I mean, grumpier. I can't turn Sophie off. She's just got comfortable. She's just getting herself comfortable. If he comes my way, and I can easily get the thing. Almond Joy with almonds. Oh, Almond Joy. I think I played bass for Almond Joy in the 90s. I feel like not enough nice chocolate bars have almonds in them. I like an almond. I'm a big sucker for almonds and marzipan. And yeah. Twix. I like a Twix. Twix is just a satisfying, nice chocolate bar. Just really sort of like, yeah, I've had something to eat, and yeah. So what's an Almond Joy? Inquiring minds need to know what an Almond Joy is. Almond Bounty. Yeah. What do you think? Oh, you John, hang on a minute. Oh. It's a Bounty with 2 hot almonds on top, under the chocolate coating. Yeah, I could be persuaded to that. Almond Joys and Mounds with almonds on top. Yeah. I will have 3 of those, thank you. I'll have 3 of those and a cup of tea. I think Hot Tub might be looking for nesting material. I get the impression Hot Tub is looking for nest stuff. He's not foraging for food. He's looking around for twigs and stuff. There's a chaffinch. No, sorry, sparrow. Knocking around there as well. And occasionally those 2 have sort of like met and surprised each other. Where did the sparrow go? There he is. He's over there, coming out from behind the cherry tree. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, I mean, milk chocolate bounties are fine, but plain chocolate bounties are far nicer. Yeah, plain chocolate bounty, if you're in the right mood. speaks. It can speak. Yeah, like plain chocolate Bounty. If you're in the right mood, you don't see them all the time. Dark chocolate Bounty. Yeah. Not all. Yeah. The Bounty bars in the red wrapper are the dark chocolate, and the Bounty bars in the blue wrappers are milk chocolate. Yeah, plain chocolate, dark chocolate. Sorry, yeah, I keep forgetting that not everyone calls it plain chocolate, dark chocolate. Yeah. Here we go. Feeling a bit better now you've honked up everywhere? Baby, we are sitting on you. Ah. Oh. No. Softness. Oh, okay. Plain chocolate to be milk chocolate. Yeeps. Eek. I think in sort of like Cadbury world, you know what I mean? Yeah, plain chocolate is. I don't know what percentage it is, but good flip. Oh. Yeah, I don't know what percentage like qualifies it as dark chocolate, but yeah, I think Cadbury write plain chocolate when they mean dark chocolate. Yeah, plain. I have always understood plain chocolate. If I saw plain chocolate on a wrapper or something like that. You what? That was some very low. That was some very low frequency emails going on there. Bird, now don't be upset, but I think that might be at least a rook. Ooh, saw the coat move. Damn this coat. Damn this very, very visible coat. Bird whispers. Ah, yeah, whispering. I know you're listening as well. Because I can hear a magpie honking and all. And of course wood pigeons. Because always wood pigeon. Yeah, it was great. It was incredibly grey here earlier. It absolutely smashed it down. About 10 o'clock this morning. Just like really rained hard for 20 minutes. I haven't seen any I haven't seen many birds perching around for a while. I think they're still hunkering down, locked onto whatever perch that they've locked onto. Because every now and again it's still properly windy. But I've heard a lone magpie honking. I saw a magpie in the garden earlier, but I couldn't tell who it was. Rory and Con are lively now. Oh, how quickly you change shape, so. It was funny yesterday, the female switched the television on in the living room, and we mostly used the YouTube app on it now. We tend not to watch. Well, I certainly don't watch any television now. I just watch something on YouTube, but that's about it. And the TV was logged in as the female's YouTube account, and one of the things it recommended was last week's Breecast. It's like flip the television on, and there's my face like that on the still shot of the thing. Just like, oh, sorry. Yeah, just like, it's your idiot boyfriend. How you doing? It's your idiot boyfriend and the bird that didn't choose you. I don't know whether she watches the Breecasts. I think part of it is I've been doing them for so long that, you know, that. But partly I think is just like, while I'm out here, she's got a half hour away from her idiot boyfriend. Just like, oh, I can think for myself. Oh God, I can, you know. No magpie honking. Oh, I'd buy that. I'd buy that EP. No magpie honking. Coming out this weekend for Record Shop Day. How much non-cast time do you spend with Sophie? I come out in the morning, like first thing in the morning, to check she's okay. And I normally spend like 15-20 minutes with her in the morning. And then in the evening, in the late afternoon when I've stopped work, we have finally well at peace. Just like, oh, he's outside, thank God. So while I'm cleaning up everything and feeding the birds and that kind of thing, we get a couple of hours, don't we? Well, we get an hour at least. If the weather's nice and Sophie's into it, we'll have much longer. We can have a little play and bounce around and a nibble of things. And then I take all the bowls in, clean them, bring them back out, fill them back up again. I get another little post-food dance. But at the moment, what's happening is I bring the food out. Sophie stands on my hand, eats a bit of it, and then just goes, right, it's windy, I'm going in. Don't you? So the Vibrams she threw away. Yeah. The Vibrams is still a mystery. We'll never get to the bottom of what happened to the Vibrams. We probably will, but you know. Oh, the Vibrams. You know those toe shoes, those Vibram 5-finger toe shoes? I bought a pair years ago. This is like pre-lockdown. Years and years ago, I bought a pair. And I bought a pair because I smashed my foot up and needed surgery, and I figured it would be a good thing to, you know, walk barefoot for a while. And it was a good thing to walk barefoot for a while, but also it horrified anyone who even briefly glanced at my feet, because my feet are hobbity in the extreme. So yeah, but one day those toe shoes disappeared, and I've not seen them since. They mysteriously weren't there anymore, and the female was very non-committal about what happened to them. I got I asked her, like, oh, have you seen those toe shoes of mine? She's like, oh, no, I haven't seen them for ages. Oh, I don't know no idea what could have happened to them. And just like, yeah, I've got a pretty good idea what happened to them, because she hated them. The female absolutely hated them. So if I had to guess, and I do because I'm never going to get closure on this story, I would say the Five Fingers met with some sort of like bin related incident. But that's okay, I've got new grotesque and very ugly footwear now, because I just live in Crocs all the time. Because who am I trying to impress? I'm 48. I haven't left I haven't left our town in 2 years. Who am I impressing? You know. Yeah, yeah, brown flakes. Brown flakes out the warp tube. What are you doing? So yeah, one day I will get closure on the Vibram story, but I'm not holding my breath. Yeah. Right, gang, I gotta get some lunch and I gotta return to work. So hey, it probably will. She'll have some sort of like, I mean, God forbid, but she'll have some sort of like, you know, deathbed like, oh, your Crocs are your toe shoes. That's a sort of like deathbed confession. Right. Okay, gang, I got to eat some lunch and go back to work. So hey, look, take care. Yep. Stay safe. If you've just stumbled across us on Twitch and you'd like to follow Sophie on Twitter, her Twitter handle is @BreeSophieBree. Or you can go to sophiethemagpie.com if you prefer. Right. Stay safe, stay lovely, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.